Hello Bettafish fam, and welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to make a short little update on my 10-gallon Betta tank. Now if you've been with me for a while, you will know that about a month and a half ago I set up a 10-gallon Bettafish tank, and it is amazing. I drew out the plans of everything, I set it all up, I got it all cycled. I probably had it cycled in about a week, but now it is definitely fully cycled and the plants have exploded. There has been so much growth. I also decided to add some ram's horn snails. Now some people consider them pest snails because they don't need a mate to reproduce, so they can overrun your tank sometimes, or at least there can just be a lot of them in your tank. But I decided to add them to the 10 gallon specifically because they are just amazing cleaners. Let me say, they are really good. So if you don't mind having little snails crawling around, you will have an amazing cleanup crew. I'm just saying, I have not needed to get another nerite for the tank because these snails are just so good at cleaning. Also, there's not a Betta in there yet. And I know in the video I said that I was going to be getting him in about a week, but it hasn't happened yet and it's been a month now. Basically what's happened is my friend has him. She bought him for me in another state. She actually FaceTimed me about a month and a half ago, saw him in the store and said, look at him, I don't have space for him, do you want him? And I fell in love. So she still has him, she's taking very good care of him, but she's planning on making a trip down here actually, hopefully within this month. So I'm hoping to be creating another video soon announcing that I actually have him, and I will be making a video on picking him up and everything. But today is just going to be a little walkthrough with the tank just because it has exploded. It looks amazing and I can't wait to show you, so let's get into it. This is the tank now. Look at it, and there is a bit of a glare just because of my open windows, but as you can see, the plants have just gone absolutely crazy. I added all these amazing floaters. I even made a little corral for them, but I was just looking at it today and I realized I'm probably going to need to move some of these to a different tank. I might give William some of them. They're just doing amazing. They are doing so well that they are now floating out beyond the corral and just floating around on the surface of the tank. It looks amazing. We have a little bit of film just because there's not a whole lot of surface agitation with the filter in the back. But that filter is still going, and this is a sponge filter setup, and it's back there. It's really not big at all. You can hardly see it, especially with all the plants growing now. They're all so bushy, and honestly, I'm going to have to cut some of these back soon because they're just taking over, but I absolutely love it. One little thing I did notice is that the Dollar Tree terrarium thing that I made a little floating room out of has clouded. So basically the plastic just became cloudy, but you know, it's weird because I almost like it better. It just sets it apart. When it was clear, you could sort of just see through it, and yeah, you could see the plants inside, but this almost gives him some privacy, and you can clearly see it now when you look at it, so it's really neat. I have filled it with Java moss in case you're wondering what is in there, and it has doubled in size within the last month. Now, because there really aren't any fish in here yet, it's just snails, the ammonia doesn't build up very quickly at all, but I am still doing 20% water changes every couple weeks. And I will be doing a little more maintenance as the time arrives to where I will be getting my Betta fish, because I want to make sure that everything is safe before I put him in there. I also added a sea shelter, a little Betta fish tunnel. Now it's kind of hard to see because the plants block it, but there is a little shelter. This little structure that I've stuck right in the middle does have a hole in the bottom and it's hard to see, but basically the Betta can swim in and swim out the bottom. So I put some Java moss in the bottom just to kind of make everything soft, and that is also growing as well. If y'all want to get a Betta tunnel, I will have that linked in the description, as well as all of the things that I used to set up the sponge filter, because I'm telling you, you need one of these. You really do. Sponge filters are sometimes just really underrated. And it is so quiet. Again, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I barely can. It's the lowest hum I have ever heard before. That is the only thing making noise. It's amazing. Now, the last thing I did, and this wasn't in my last video, is I took some of my favorite houseplants and I just kind of incorporated it all, and it feels so wild and beautiful. I have a monstera here. It's growing really well, and this corner was just really empty. So I love this here. I love how it looks. And so then I took some of this, and now it's actually growing down into the water. And then I have a prayer plant, and this is one of my favorite plants, honestly. I made a little holder with some leftover air line tubing and a leftover suction cup. So it just sticks to the side and it holds there and it grows roots all the way down. But that is my update, and I am so excited. It really is doing very well. The plants have just absolutely taken over. Really, the key that has accelerated my green thumb as far as aquatic plants has just been fertilizer. Plants need fertilizer, and I didn't realize how badly they need it. Liquid fertilizer, and then there are also root tabs. So for certain plants, when you have to bury the roots in the substrate like I did for the wisteria and the pogo plant, I used root tabs underneath because they will not take the fertilizer from the water. The Anubis, oh, there's so many other plants in here, I forget how many there are. But for those, just because they are free-floating plants, they feed from the fertilizer in the water. So that's when I dose my Aquarium Co-op Easy Green, and that stuff is amazing. I don't have an affiliate link, but I will just link it to you. Just go ahead and check it out. Those are the best. And then as far as root tabs, I really recommend the Seachem ones. For the Aquarium Co-op Easy Green, I believe dosing is once a week, and it's 2 drops per gallon, so this takes 20 drops, and it's just doing amazing. It's so happy. Even the plants I put up here are super healthy and just really happy, and I am thrilled. So thank you for checking out my update. I honestly cannot wait until I get my giant Betta. I'm so excited to see him swim around here, and I hope he will love his tank. If you have any suggestions or ideas or questions, put them in the comments. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.